we're heading back to Glenwood Springs, Hot Springs, and a trip over Independence Pass.
Say something.
Here we are in the Bumblebee with Miss Nix and my friend Jimmy. We're in Glenwood Springs and we're going to have a blast. We're going to go to the hot spring.
The only way to get Miss Nix to the hot spring is to carry her. Miss Nix is more like a dog than a cat. She loves hanging around us, but as with any cats, well, it's a little bit of a challenge to get her to go exactly where you want her to go. So we're carrying her down the steep slope, over the rickety bridge, and up a very steep slope. And soon we'll be there at the hot spring. Come on, Nix. Come on. Good girl. The spring hasn't changed much, despite COVID-19.
She's hiding under Jimmy's shadow.
This little creature, a rare red snapdragon, halted development of the spring altogether. And I can't tell you how many people said, "Yay, hooray for the snapdragon!" It turns out that this spring is one of two places in Colorado where this very rare snapdragon mates, and so they weren't able to develop the spring. The spring remains very natural. You can see the bumblebee, or the yellow submarine, whatever my friend decides to call his van, in the background, and Miss Nix is keeping watch. So we head back over the rickety bridge and up the steep slopes.
Here we are at a hot spring near Glenwood Springs. There are several hot springs out here. Some of them are on private land and you've got to be really careful. Like the Union Pacific has one. Don't get caught there is a word. And then there are others that are on public land. If you know where they are, you can get in. They are limiting the use of the spring quite a bit, so you have to be really careful and really respectful. My understanding is a new rule just went into effect. No nighttime use. I'm out of breath. And so that's unfortunate. But this is just a phenomenal area, and if you get the chance to visit, you sure should.
Our next stop, Aspen, Colorado,
Aspen,
where the
Colorado.
billionaires have thrown out the millionaires. You don't have to have $1 billion to drive down Main Street, though. And so, even the poorest guy in the world can enjoy Aspen, Colorado. The big brick structure on the left is Hotel Jerome, one of the old pioneer hotels, very much in use today. We usually stop at the gas station near the main drag in Aspen, but a word of warning, their restrooms are closed.
Oh, Ms. Nix. Ms. Nix.
We had a nice time in the downtown district, but the day is getting late, and we still wanted to go over Independence Pass. And frankly, if you ever get the chance, if you're ever in this part of the woods, be sure to go over Independence Pass. The pass was established because access to the Roaring Fork Valley was perilous, going through Glenwood Canyon and being guarded by Ute Indians. It used to be called Hunter Pass until the establishment of a small settlement near the summit at about 11,000 feet called Independence. This is one of the nearly one-lane sections on the pass. There are several of these sections, in which you have to be very careful about the traffic coming your way. Interesting to note, the pioneers did something that we can't even do in modern times. In the old days, Independence Pass was open 12 months a year. Today, it's a summer route only. This is one of the many stops along the way. We really enjoyed playing by the river for a few minutes. There are also ice caves to see, an old ghost town of Independence, and other mining structures. Come on, Nix. Well, we corralled Miss Nix after yet another escape attempt, and now she's found her favorite place in the van. There's some kind of tray up there, I'm not sure what it's for, but she has adopted it as her own, and she has a bird's eye view of everything that's coming on. Well, Miss Nix, you're a pretty smart kitty. Hello, Bambi.
Not a deer, niña.
You're going to get far with the deer.
We're now passing the old town of Independence.
Look at the avalanche.
Yeah.
Shoot. My gosh. Wow. Look at the power that they're keeping into that.
Independence has been known by other names: Chipeta, Sparkhill, Farwell, as various miners tried to find the ore that was hidden in the hills at 11,000 feet. They were looking for silver in those days. The last resident left Independence in 1912, and the area has now been inherited by the super wealthy. While the road is closed in the winter, they do have snowmobiles and other tours that come up here. And, of course, it's got to be one of the most spectacular places in all of Colorado. Here we're coming into the mountain peaks above tree line, around 12,000 feet, near the summit of Independence Pass.
You want a picture here?
And with darkness falling, well, it's time to get off the mountain as we make our way around the 180-degree switches and the many curves that make up Independence Pass. This is a spectacular area. And if you don't do anything else when you're in Colorado, be sure to drive to Aspen and take Independence Pass. Well, I think at least Nix agrees. She sure loves her perch up there, where she gets the best view of all of us. What a smart kitty.
Well, this is Tim Painter for The Van Life, wishing you all the very best. If you like what you see, please press like, and of course, leave your comments. I read every single comment. And if this is your first time here, be sure to subscribe. Well, this is Tim Painter signing out.